Do you have vacation fever? Like with all the things going on, I completely understand that money is tight. But if you do some thinking a little bit outside the box, you will be able to find ways to spend money or not so much money so you can go on a vacation. Hi, I'm Susie J. Cobwebs, and I'd like to tell you my 4 R's that will help you plan to get a getaway so you can have an enjoyable time with your family or your couple or yourself, however you want to do this. First and foremost, you have to understand and, and know what you are willing to spend on your vacation. You're going to hear this in future videos, but with me, I am doing what's called 50 States, 50 Pizzas. So this is how I'm going to accomplish this game plan. But I'm going to enjoy different states by going there, doing some sightseeing, maybe go and have pizza and enjoy a day or two-ish. And then I'm ready to come home. Yes, you've heard that correctly. I go to different states for pizza. I know, crazy, right? Would you ever just randomly go to another state just to eat pizza for a weekend and then come home? Why not? It's cheap, right? And everybody loves pizza. So write down in the comments below what you think. Would you do that? Anyway, while you're there, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And that's very important too. Now keep this in mind. One thing you can do to maybe cut the cost is maybe go with a couple or another person or another family, however you want to do this. Now, I understand that money is important, but also memories rank up in this priority too, right? Right. Okay. Honestly, I use these theories each and every time that I do one of my budget vacations. Just here's a little secret. I compiled 4 sections to lower your cost. Okay, have your little runaway time. Easy. Okay, so let me start this out. Number 1, research. I know you're thinking, I'm not in school, I'm not doing this. No, I'm serious. You need to research. And you need to find out some answers to questions before you can even go find anything. How long are you planning to stay on vacation? Have you considered a day trip, an overnight trip, or is this a full weekend, a week? Like, okay, so once you get those, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? How are you planning to get there? Do you have a reliable vehicle or are you using public transportation? These are all questions you need to answer. Write them on a piece of paper, put them on a Post-it note, stick them on the fridge, do whatever. This is your guide. Okay, first, get that taken care of. Now, you also have to think to yourself, would it be cheaper if I found a car that had better gas mileage? Now, this all depends on where you live too. Here's another question for you. And where you're traveling to, you might want to invest in an Easy Pass. Now, if you don't know what that is, then this is more of an East Coast thing. But this will actually lower the cost in your tolls while you're driving too. Once you have these questions answered, then you have another set of questions that you need to ask yourself. When? Very important questions here, right? Would you be willing to go on an off season if that's possible? Or what about a less populated area? Now, for demonstration purposes, wait a second. For demonstration purposes, I'll explain something. So, my friend and I went to Oakland, Maryland yesterday. And I used those same questions that I previously stated. Now, personally, that trip from where I live to Oakland, Maryland is a 2-hour drive. Now, I have a reliable vehicle that gets good gas mileage. With that being said, I know that this is going to be a day trip for us. Now, you can make this into an overnight or a weekend or a full, but for this particular thing, we just went for the day. Honestly, we brought everything basically from our house. It was a tank of gas and a lunch or dinner. Actually, it was more dinner for us because by the time we hit Maryland, it was dinner time. With that being said, and unfortunately with everything going on now, it made this more enjoyable because we got to have pizza near Deep Creek, Maryland, which was fantastic. Like, it feels so refreshing. This vacation yesterday that my friend and I went on, I would say $60, $80. Let $80 for the day for two people to go have fun, to explore, to find anything out in the world that you were so interested in. Okay. We had a fantastic time. And that's all you need to do. You need to make memories. You don't really need to have it come out of your pocket so much. You just have to be creative. So here's a little extra for me. I'm all out for free things. So is she. So I found this website that you could go on so you can check out different states that have like roadside attractions. Sometimes they're a little bit odd. Sometimes they're really cool. I'm all for free. If you notice on some of my websites or my Facebook pages and stuff, you'll see me. I'm checking out this odd thing over here and then checking out this odd thing over there. I am ecstatic to try to find odd things. Like, I am not one of those people that have to be in these populated areas or these cities and stuff that I have to go to the best of the best places. No, I need to find cool places that I'm interested in. Hey, wait, bonus, they're even free too. So you have to try to find what you are in, what you enjoy. Okay, so I've also, just to let you know, I've also linked the web address for Roadside America down in my comments down below. So you can even check it out just to see if you find something maybe in your state. Do something that's close to your house. Do something that is an hour or two away. That's a day trip. It's cool that way. And that's how you make the memories. Now, yesterday, as I said, we went on this trip. So I actually had planned out that we were going to go see the largest apple core and fiberglass creatures and stuff like that. Okay. We didn't find the largest apple core, but we found so much more out there. So if you go into our onto my Facebook page, you will see all these pictures of what we found, and it was actually really cool. So we did take a lot of pictures, so by all means, go look at them. But anyway, this is a good conversation piece. So whenever you get back, you can say, oh my God, check this out. This is what I did. This is, whatever. And we had fun. Okay. So number 2, let me get back to my R's here. So number 2, so you want to go and try to find some Groupon, some discount codes, some coupons, or if you're in rewards programs, this is the places that you want to stay. Now, are you looking for a hotel stay, or are you more likely to go to an Airbnb? Now, with that, you are more likely to get discounts and rewards for the hotels. So you might have to look at the fine print in that aspect. Also, if you want to do a hotel or like the Airbnbs or however you want to stay, it's more likely that you go during the week, not on the weekends. So you need to check out your options before you make that final decision, because this is a huge expense that you need to take into consideration. Because remember, you also have another huge expense, which is coming up out of your budget next. So you need to make sure that you spend your money wisely. And that'll lead me to number 3. It's called rummage. And I'm saying this in the simplest form. Now just think about what you have around the house. Extra essentials, perishables, items that you would think that you might need on vacation. Now, this will all depend if you are flying, because then you'll have to downgrade to some of the bare minimums at that point. But if you drive, then you can plan your meals a little bit better with certain side dishes or canned foods to help lower the cost. So that's also another option. And even with something like this, you want to roughly plan out your meals for each trip. So you can see what you can buy at the dollar store or the local grocery store. Now, you don't want to get refrigerated items at this point, like food-wise, and place it in a cooler, because then you're going to have to actually spend more money because of the ice that you're going to have to keep that cold. Once you get to your destination or your final destination and you have a fridge, then you can go to the store and get those particular items so you can have them. So you don't want any unnecessary expenses. So you want to keep that in mind too. Now, I know what I said. You got to watch on your cooler space. So, because ice is an expense at this point. So, but you also want to have a small cooler, and these are just for drinks. Something that is easy accessible, and you may only need a small cooler, just enough to kind of get you to the destination, or however you want to do it, to or from, whatever. Now, that will save you a lot of money. And then, because of the fact that you won't constantly go to the convenience stores off to the side of the road, because then you're going to get a drink, and then that person in the passenger seat's going to go get a drink, and then the person in the back seats are getting a drink. So potentially that's going to cost you a lot more money. And this is not what we're not doing for money. We want to make this as cheap as possible. So that's another thing that you want to think of. Now, I skimmed across this, but I want to make sure that this was also a very important point that I wanted to make. A few days before that you go on this vacation, you want to make sure that your car is fully maintained, that the bags are ready to be packed. There are times where you can pack the night before, just to make sure that you have everything you need without forgetting anything. This will kind of maybe lower the cost of any extra things that you didn't really budget for when you're out on. And number 4, yes, this is time to relax. This is the day that you are leaving. You are leaving with the wind in your hair, and you put the sunglasses on and you enjoy your trip. You deserve this for all the hard work that you've prepared for. Now, if you are able, some people are, some people aren't. But if you are able, you can drive throughout the night. Now, this will also lower the cost in gas, and it actually limit the amount of traffic that's on the road to get to your destination. And really, enjoy your trip. I know this seems like a lot of work, and I know that you will get frustrated because, believe me, I have. And because, and the reason why I'm saying you may get frustrated is because you say, okay, well, I want to go here. Well, you might not have enough money to go on this big trip that you want to go to. That is okay. Because what you can do, you need to have this positive mind and this open mind to say, okay, I can't do this trip this year, but this big trip that I want to go to California, I'm just going to say that, for example, this trip that you want to go to in California, I can't do it this year, but let me plan this for next year. Now, this will also be really cool because at this point, you will find out that you can find more discounts and more maybe rewards programs, and you can save up a lot more money, and you can start saving up and finding more essentials that you may need for that drive or certain things that you may need so you can book that next trip for next year. So you will go there. It's just a matter of when. Okay. So when you start doing this a lot, you will learn that there's a lot more discounts out there. There's cheap ways to doing things. And a lot of things are eco-friendly for you, your family, or the couple that you're going with, or your friends or whoever you're going with. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and please give me a thumbs up. So you would like this video, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I will stay on top of these videos as much as I can. Thank you. Love you bunches.